African Americans. The first part of that is African, from the dark continent of Africa. Lest we forget the wonderful, wonderful people and culture and art, music came out of the continent of Africa. And you can't celebrate Juneteenth without remembering where that heritage comes from. Africa. So keep that in mind. Your African brothers and sisters, your heritage, African roots that we can never forget. Oh, we can never fucking forget, can we? You know, Africa gets a raw deal sometimes. They're looked at as not having the intelligence of people from countries in the Western nations, and perhaps not being quite as innovative. Well, I beg to differ. And on this Juneteenth, I'm not going to let people shit talk a continent full of people that are inspired and use their wherewithal, intelligence, gumption, and you know, I will say ingenuity to advance the culture right there in Africa. Here's what I've shown some of these before, but here's the latest from African aviation. If you know anything about airplanes, you'll clearly see a propeller, a motor, a guy sitting at some rudimentary controls, a cinder block, landing gear. Well, anyway, let's look at this next step. Who knows? Maybe one small step for black man and one giant leap for black mankind. Let's watch. I mean, smoking or non-smoking, he's ready to go.
He's gone now.
Is that a variable pitch propeller? Oh my Lord. They're all getting on for the ride. Little kids. Oh, that sounds good. Chitty chitty bang bang. Oh my God, they're in the line of the propeller. If one of those flies off. Oh. They're ready to go. Get on. I like the soda bottle in the carburetor or whatever that is. That's just a soda bottle. I remember, you know, they would tell pilots to do a little walk around, check, equipment check on their planes. And one thing that they made sure was that the soda bottle of gasoline was firmly placed into the intake of the engine. That's very important in aviation. Hey, who knows? In 50, 80,000 years, it might get that thing off the ground. Happy Juneteenth. Happy Juneteenth, everybody. A little more celebrating of the culture. Who wouldn't celebrate that? Aviation brought to the dark continent. If they know how to start a motor, yeah, I probably shouldn't even get into it. Like, make a pump. Make a pump for water that you can then irrigate a field with and perhaps plant. Hey, who am I to say? That's aviation. Maybe there's an agricultural guy down the street with another motor with a soda bottle in it, watering some crops. Who am I to say? You know, we know Juneteenth is celebrated here in the United States of America, but you should know that it's not just African Americans here in America. There are African Americans everywhere. Yes, I know. African Americans of Britain, the British African Americans. And they are there. And I would gather they're celebrating Juneteenth there too. Although all of the celebratory dates have to do with America and the freeing of slaves that didn't know they were freed years later in Galveston, Texas. Is there a worldwide celebration of Juneteenth, Sean? Could you look that up? I'm trying to educate. We're educating people here. And I'm sure that's a question people have. Is Juneteenth strictly for America? I don't know.
It looks they're trying to push a thing called Juneteenth Worldwide Celebration, and good on them for doing so, right? But
yes. Thank you, Sean. Good on them. You're right. So in the UK, don't forget, there are African Americans all over the world, even in Africa. There's so many African Americans in Africa. Here's a black woman in the UK, and let's see how we'll try to find the differences, because I'm willing to believe that their culture is so strong and they're so connected as people, as a culture, that you probably don't see many differences. You'll see the same type of behavior and fashion. Let's see if you could pick out anything different besides the accent.
Yeah, record, bitch. Record. You think I'm playing? You think I'm gonna wet you? You think I'm gonna wet you? You think I'm gonna wet you? What, because you were the buggy?
Which I have my daughter here.
I don't give a fuck.
I have my daughter here.
Yeah? I don't give a fuck.
I go there. I
Big
call the
enough
police.
to have a fucking
Yeah,
attitude, yeah? Big enough
No
to have a
more.
fucking attitude,
No
yeah?
more.
But you're with your kid.
No
Fucking
more.
dumb bitch.
What did she do to you?
Nothing. I just asked to her,
I
excuse
don't
me.
give a fuck. You're meant to wait. You're meant to wait.
Wait.
Fucking dumb bitch. Dumb bitch.
Where
what you are.
she lives here?
No, she doesn't live there.
Continue.
Okay.
Continue.
Yeah, what you gonna do?
Because I'll whoop your ass next.
What you
That's
gonna
what I'll
do?
do. Come record
Okay,
that
leave
door.
it, leave it.
Come and record that door, bitch. Come and record that door and see what happens next. See what happens next. I ain't fucking playing. I don't give a shit if you're with your kid. Because what I'll do...
I have. Look what she did.
Yes.
I'm gonna call the police for
Call the
you.
fucking police, dumb bitch.
Just does my heart good on Juneteenth to just confirm that the bonds of the black community are so strong that regardless where in the world, they just hold on to certain traditions because of the strong roots and the strong sense of community that you can't even tell, really, aside from the accent, that was a black woman in the UK or a black woman in the United States or in France or Germany, Italy, or really anywhere. And that's one of the most important parts of Juneteenth, are the strength of community and the commitment to not change. Why should they have to change based on what? White people's idea of what community is and societal living is? Nuh-uh. Not on Juneteenth. Juneteenth, a time for them to come together, reflect. A reflection is looking at something that is like you. So, that woman in Britain, she can reflect a woman here in maybe a Burger King or a McDonald's, and you're getting a perfect reflection.